And we are live. What's good, Charles? Your man DL saying, welcome. I really want to know podcast, man. How y'all feeling out there? What's good? Happy Monday. It is a cloudy, rainy Monday here in Central Florida. I hope it is nice where you are. Not too hot, not too cold. Sun is shining and all that good stuff. Um, yeah. Today I was going to talk about men and women being platonic friends. It's that's what I wanted to start the week with. I wanted to end last week with that. There's a couple shows out there. Michael Certain has some stuff out there. Whole Math has some stuff out there that I was like, oh, you know what? This would be kind of cool because I do want to talk about it. But then I came across this YouTuber who, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, oh, okay. I'm checking out Shorty's, platform. I'm like, okay. And she had a video about can men and women be friends, and I was going to use that. But then she came out with a video today, and her stuff is edited, and that's what we're going to review. We're going to review her red flags and talking about these bums out here, which, I ain't mad at her. she should have said what she said. I ain't mad at her, but we're going to get into it. And we're also going to, but we're going to talk about can men and women be friends tomorrow for sure. I'm going to get into that. So, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today, y'all. So let's get into it. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast, y'all. Some indeed. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do, man. That's one thing I like about YouTube, bro. The algorithm pushes you all over the place. I purposely put all sorts of stuff in my YouTube feed just to see, I'm just messing with the algorithm just to see what it sends me. But I did land on this particular YouTube channel. Her channel is Bri the Woe Mannequin. So yeah. And she has about 10,000 subscribers, which is good, like 10.5, which is really good. And it looks like she's been doing YouTube for a while. I want to say over 5 years. And like I said, she's very open. She's very honest, extremely transparent. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. I dig her content. I think she comes off very well. But whenever people put themselves out there on YouTube, bro, the internet comes from them. They come from, and it's just crazy. They came for her, and she addressed it. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Brother Pablo in the building. What's good, fam? He's like, yeah, it's hot in Fremont, California, man. It stays hot in Cali, bro. It stays hot in Cali. It's hot out there. Everything's on fire, and the ground shakes. These are just a few of the reasons why I left. And Brother Pablo says, like, yes, men and women can be friends, but it's nicer when she's attractive. Nah, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100 with. We're gonna talk about this tomorrow. Yes, in theory, men and women can be friends, but only a small percentage of guys can actually be platonic friends with women. Most dudes use friendship as a way to get at the women, bro. Let's just keep it 100. It's game. It's their game. Friendship game. The girl with friends on them, and the guy would just use that opportunity to get as much intel as he can on her, wait for her to have a weak moment, and then he gonna want to smash. So we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. So, bro, most guys can't be friends with women. It's only I think only a small percentage that really can. Mr. Pitt in the building, what's good, fam? We just chilling. I hope you're well. I hope you are well. We are just chilling. I'm just getting hit with mad. Yeah, I'm just getting hit with mad messages and stuff like that. So what we're going to talk about today is why the internet, mostly these dudes, bro, like the bottom 80 guys, y'all know who y'all are. Yo, quit reaching out to women, man. If you ain't trying to holler, like, don't be reaching out to women, man. Y'all don't know how to do it. Learn how to do it. When you do, man, all you're doing is making it harder for dudes who know what they're doing. Internet, this YouTube thing is new. This internet thing is fairly new, like this platform and being able to reach out and send messages and, comment and DM and all that. But bro, y'all really need game, man. Y'all need to understand what y'all doing. It makes sense, I guess, in your mind, but to actually send it, like, bro, send it to somebody else first. But y'all probably don't know anybody else. It's just really tough for a lot of these dudes. I don't know what they're thinking. I just don't know what they're thinking. And I know guys like, well, women be doing it too. Yeah, but I ain't talking to women right now. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you invisible dudes trying to be seen. If you want to be seen by a woman, do the work. Right? Get your body together, get your mind together, get your money right. Right? Get your social skills up. That's how you get seen by women. If you want to be seen by women, that's the work you need to do. Don't be trying to slide into somebody's DM. Don't be sending comments and saying what you say, because it just makes you look bad. It makes you look bad. And she just took some comments from her YouTube channel and she made this video. Now, shout out to Bri. She's 33 years old. I think she said she's 33. No children. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. She is a cutie, bro. Like, I mean, look at her. She's a cutie. Holla, 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 holla. And that's the problem. These dudes want to holler at her. This is a woman who, she cleans up well. I don't know what type of filters, if any, she's using on her YouTube channel. She might be. She doesn't use a lot of filters on her Instagram. And her Instagram's out there. That's the social media she uses. She posts regularly on Instagram from what I can see, not regularly, but when she does post, she's not afraid to post herself without any makeup. I respect women like that. I really do. Looking at this YouTube channel and watching her hair, I'm like, man, she looks good. Like, she looks really young for her age. Then you see her post without any filters. It's like, oh, okay. No, she still looks good, but you can see that she is older. And the one thing I will definitely give her credit for is she lost weight. Like, she had gained weight. She said she goes up and down, but she said she's like, I want to lose 20 pounds, and she lost it. Shout out to her. Right? Shout out to her. So, y'all, it's hard to lose weight. It's really difficult for women, especially women in their 30s, to lose weight, man. That takes a lot of work. I mean, it's easier for men based on the way men are. Men and women are different. We're built different, metabolisms and all that. But for women to lose weight, like 20 pounds, bro, shout out to her for doing that. So, again, and Brother Pablo, like, yeah, she's cute. She definitely is probably a filter here. I don't know. Maybe she just has, some decent makeup on, like, whatever. I don't know. However, I mean, she's not caked on, but, she has on makeup, and maybe there's a little bit of filter there. I don't know. Maybe the light is soft. I don't know. But, that's her. This is her right here. This is Sista Bri. So we're going to listen to this video. Swipe left on these bums, right? So she did a couple videos. Like I said, the video I watched, Can Men and Women Be Friends? I thought it was a really good video. She did another video. Like, I think the title of the other video was Single. It's like, I've been single for 4 years by choice. And then she was kind of talking about her challenges in the dating world and what's going on. And most of the guys were probably leaving comments on that video. Maybe some of the guys are leaving comments on the Can Men and Women Be Friends video. I'm not sure. I didn't go and read the individual comments on her YouTube channel. I sent her a message on Instagram. I would love to interview Sista Bri. I would love to have a conversation with her. As we get into this video, you'll see why. I'll point it out as she's talking. But yeah, I would like to talk to her. I think there are a lot of young women on her path doing the same things that she did already. I think there's a lot of women coming up behind her, and she's being honest and she's putting it out there, trying to let these women know, like, hey, you might want to think about it. You might not want to do what I did. So shout out to her for being brave enough to do it, man. It takes a lot to put yourself out there, in these internet streets and these YouTube trenches, because people are going to come for you. But she held her ground really good, in my opinion. She ain't scared. She's sitting there like she ain't scared. A lot of people have a lot to say about her hair. Her hair's red. All right, cool. Yeah, but the way her hair is twisted up and the way she's rocking it, be it red or golden brownish blonde or black, I don't really think it matters. I mean, I think it looks cute on her. You know, it certainly looks good. It's just the filters. The thing with today's world is the filters, right? The filters, y'all. These filters are crazy, crazy. Now, you know, they do have filters that will change people's bodies or whatnot, but Sister Bri in not this video, maybe this video, but no, not this video, but there's two videos I watched when she actually got up to look out her window. There was something going on. And, you know, when she got up, you got to see her body. Boy, she lost them 20 pounds. Oh my goodness. Like her body is on point. I don't know if there is a filter that can change the way your body looks as you're moving around. Could be. I don't know. But man, like I said, her body's on point. And for a 33-year-old woman, she looks, I mean, her body wise, yeah, she's going to turn some heads. She's attractive. As far as, you know, like the filters and, you know, anyone can put on makeup. You can see her with makeup on. She's going to clean up well. Most women do, especially professional women, right? They just clean up well. They know how to wear makeup. So, you know, I think there's a lot of dudes who are watching her content and like, you know, they could be jealous, you know what I mean? Because they haven't done the work. They don't know how to holler. You know how to holler, man. You certainly wouldn't be sending these messages, but let's get into that here in a second. Brother Jack Black in the building. What's good, fam? Week 2, how you, man? Looks like you still there, man. Looks like you still in Oklahoma, bro. So keep studying, keep doing your thing. Keep studying, keep doing your thing. Let me know when you hit the labs, because I know you got to hit the sims and all that. They have a really good tower sim in Oklahoma. I kind of walked in there and checked it out. LA has a really good one as well. Like there's a really good tower sim in the LA area for Burbank, Van Nuys, Santa Monica, El Monte, like all of the VFR towers in the LA area. I've been in that sim. I've taken some students in there to kind of get them some review training or remedial training, not remedial. Anyway, I got on some sim time. I wanted to get in there and, you know, do some things. It's amazing what those computers are doing these days. It's crazy. The way it looks, the way that they do things is really nice. So let me know when you get into the sims. The 9th. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Be focused on that. Remember, Brother Jack, phraseology is key. Phraseology, verbatim. Chapter 3. Know it. Own it. It ain't never going to change. So definitely focus on phraseology, man. And again, your trainer tells you to say something. You say it the way they tell you to say it. But phraseology is always going to be a thing in terminal and in, en route, you know what I mean? And even in the Tracon, like radar phraseology and center phraseology and tower phraseology, they're all different. However, they're all equally important, bro. Remember, November or type every time you key the mic, man. November or type every time you key the mic. So, all right. And we all know when Brother Jack jumps on, we always going to be talking about air traffic control stuff because the brother is in air traffic control school. Shout out to him. That's Don DeMarco. Don DeMarco. He's in ATC school, and I'm going to be talking to him, and we're going to be having our little side conversation so y'all can just sit back and, it is what it is. Definitely study every night, bro. Yes, you ain't got nothing else to do in Oklahoma City, bro. Ain't like you got anything else to do. You might as well just study. And yeah, and we appreciate that, brother Pablo. Hard work trumps luck any day of the week. So just keep studying, bro. Keep working hard and listen to air traffic. Listen to air traffic. So when you hear something wrong, you know it's wrong. We'll talk about that, bro. You're right about that, man. I was in Oklahoma City, right where you were, bro. I was out there for a couple of weeks. I was bored to tears. So let's get back to the topic at hand. Sister Bri and her channel. And so she put out the video. I was gonna react and use some of her content to talk about why I think if men and women can be friends. But then she put this thing out this early today, and once I saw this, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start the week off just watching this right here. So let's get into it.
What's up? My name is Bri. Welcome to my channel, Bri the Womannequin. So my last video was about can men and women be friends? Before that one, it was about when I like them, they don't like me. And with those 2 videos, of course, a lot of men came to the comment section. I will say in the beginning of a lot of my, or at least the ones about relationships, I get a lot of supportive comments because that's likely the people that are subscribed to me. But as the weeks progress, I start getting a lot of angry, hateful types of comments. And I was looking over my comments last night and I was like so annoyed. There were just so many men in the comments saying things to be like, I'll read them to you, okay? But it was just hitting me with the nobody wants your ass anyway energy. Something that I realized I didn't say in that video, when I like them, they don't like me. I think it was implied. But what I was saying was not, I don't have any men attracted to me. That is not true. What I was saying was, when I am attracted to a man, the feelings are not reciprocated to me. I was not saying I don't have people interested in me. I thought that was implied, but I think I didn't mention that. As I was looking over.
Yeah, that's the first thing I always say when I'm talking to women about this about this topic. When women say, "Oh, there are no good men," or "I can't," where are all the good men and this and that? Like, there's plenty of dudes. There are plenty of good dudes out there. It's just the dudes that most women want tend to be the top tier guys, right? We talk about this all the time. Rolo Tomasi talks about this. Fresh and Fit talks about this. Michael Certain talks about this. Rich Cooper. It goes on and on and on and on and on. Right? Most women want the best. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Same thing with dudes. When it comes to whatever guys like, you in the cars, motorcycles, whatever, you're gonna want the best. You're gonna go out and get the best that you can get, right? No one's running out there to get subpar. No one, right? So I'm never mad at women about that. Like the red pills are always talking about hypergamy and this and that. I don't have a problem with hypergamy. It is what it is. So, gentlemen, if you're in the bottom 20, you want to be seen by women, what do you need to do? You need to step your game up so you are in the top 20 as opposed to the bottom 80. That's what you need to do. Why? Because women want the best. They want the best. Now, this sister right here, and again, man, I don't know if she just did a really good job with her makeup or is that a filter? I'm just looking at like I said, she's an attractive woman without makeup. I've seen, if you want to see her without makeup, it's the same name on Instagram. You can find her or go to her YouTube channel. It's a link tree to her Instagram. And she does videos all the time on Instagram. She does lives and whatever, shorts or whatever you call those things where, I forget what it's called. But anyway, when they just put the quick little video thing up, whatever that shit is called, she does that with no makeup. So again, shout out to her. That's brave. That lets me know that she's confident with her. She's cool in her skin. So if she's using filters and or makeup when she does her, her YouTube videos, fine, no problem. And like I said, she's very attractive. Very attractive. It is what it is. Dr. B's in the building. What's good, fam? You're right. Hypergamy has no upper limit. And I don't have a problem with that. Women want the best man that they can get, period. The problem today is I want that guy or bust. And I think that women should rethink that sooner in life, not wait until they're 40, 50, like 45, 50, 60 years old before they say, okay, maybe I should just get someone who cares about me. Don't let all those years go by and, alone when you can get a guy now. It is what it is, Dr. B. I've always said that if we had every guy on earth be 6 feet plus, make 6 figures, and have a 6-pack abs, women would simply move the hypergamy bar up so that now it has to be 777. Right. Yeah, if every dude was the same, then it would be, hazel eyes versus blue eyes versus brown eyes versus, green eyes. Maybe it will be the eyes. Maybe it'll be the grooming. Maybe it's always going to be something. You're going to have to peacock at some point. They're going to want the best, bro. They're going to absolutely want the best. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, 7 figures, salary. We're getting close to that, man. The 7 figures thing, set the 7 feet thing. It is what it is. But the 7 figures, bro, we're getting close to that. It is what it is. Again, I don't have a problem with hypergamy at all. I have zero problem with it. Get the best that you can get. It's just it hurts when women wait too long. That's the thing. When they wait too long, it can hurt. And it is not that it just hurts the women, it hurts the dudes. There are dudes out here, who are struggling and, like the bottom 80 guys. But it's probably always been like that. Going back to the beginning, going back to the cave days, there's always those dudes who are being overlooked. It's just tough, man. That's the part of the game that a lot of dudes don't like. Men, you got to do the work. You got to work harder at some point. You got to know what you're doing. You don't have to be taller. You don't have to be fit like that. You don't have to have the money like that. All those things do help, right? They help. But you got to be gamed up. If you can get into their head, right? If you can figure it out, there's a lot of dudes out there. They call them Pookies. They call them Ray Rays. You got those dudes out there. They don't have nothing but game. And they got women. They just out there running their game. Those people listening to A Dose of Game and figuring that out. Like, bro, if y'all haven't checked out A Dose of Game, check him out. I need to do a video on Brother Dose here pretty soon, because that guy be dropping gems. But let's continue.
Over these comments, because I go through my comments and try to reply to as many as I can. And I was looking over them last night, and it was getting to the point where I was like, let me stop trying to defend myself to these men who clearly don't know me. They watched this one video. A lot of them were like, 4 minutes in, gonna click away. Here's all your problems. Da 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 da. First of all, you don't even know me. Okay, but I'm gonna go through the comments. I thought that would be fun. The purpose of this video is really to demonstrate why a lot of women, including myself, are just not finding viable men, which was the thing that I was saying. I'm not out here finding Prince Charmings, okay? I'm finding these motherfuckers in my comment section is who I'm running into in real life, and that's why I'm still single. I thought I made that clear, but I think I just left it up to interpretation. I really don't think I made it clear. So this is what this video is supposed to be about, and I would love to get your input and see what you think. If you have some similar experiences to this, let me know. But here we go. Okay, so this first person says, it's 2 different comments, but the first one says, I don't want to leave a million comments, but I think there's a good Black man out there waiting for you. Y'all just might not be on the same wavelength at the moment. In terms of beliefs or preferences in partners, I say change your hair back to black and just put yourself in spaces where you can talk to men with similar interests, like running club. So there are.
So, this is what happens when you put yourself out there and you make these type videos. People are going to say what they're going to say. And this person right here is just saying, hey, there's a good Black man out there for you. All right, well, what if she doesn't want a Black man? It is what it is. Some people want what they want. It is what it is. But I don't think that the person who sent that message had any ill intent. They're just saying, don't give up. There's a good dude out there for you. Maybe if you change your hair back to black. I mean, it doesn't. I don't think the hair plays that much of a role into it. I mean, it does. When you look at a woman, like she has red hair or pink hair or purple hair or, whatever color, and like mad tattoos and all that, dude's going to think a certain way right off rips. Like, I do it. We all judge books by the cover, right? We all do, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, red hair. And normally that might be the end of it, but Bri has body. So if she was to walk, I'm like, oh, she has a nice body. Okay, let me say something to it. Because right away I'm thinking, you got red hair. Let's take the next step and let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on up here. And if you can have a good conversation, if she's friendly, if she's like gonna talk to you and not hit you with a bunch of attitude, all right, cool. All right, she has red hair, but I can push past that. She's smart. Like little shorty got a brain on her. All right, that's what's up. And she got body. Let me see what's going on. Now you look at her situation. Like, yo, who are you with? Oh, I came out. I'm here by myself. I'm just hanging out. Blah, 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 blah. Like, oh shit, she's in here by herself. Okay, cool. Continue the conversation. And then, as a guy, I'm, at this point, it's like, well, what am I trying to do here? If I got a woman like this, red hair, nice body, real smart, has a nice career, we done had a good conversation, everything seems to be good. The vibe, the kids like to say, is cool. All right. Now I gotta figure this out. Like, okay, am I trying to holler at her for real, or am I trying to smash? That's where we at with it. Like, cause a lot of women with the fire red hair, with the tattoos, with the way that they dress or whatever, a lot of those women do just want to come out and get it. Sometimes it's just, I'm out here trying to find some dude who can please me sexually, not be an asshole about it, and maybe be cool on the back end. There are women who want to do that. So you got to figure out, is this that type of woman? But you're not going to figure that out by just looking at her. You're going to have conversations. You're going to have to be able to kind of, joust with her. You're going to have to do that mental wushu with her to make sure, okay, it's cool. She respects you. You respect her mind. Like, the conversation is popping. All right, let's see what's going on next. Let's see how she feels about me. Like, all right, we're in this one place. Hey, there's another joint right down the street I was thinking about checking out. You want to come with me? And if she says, yeah, I'll go, then bam, off you go to the next joint. I mean, it is what it is. This is all part of the game. But don't go out there thinking just because she has red hair and tattoos that she's going to smash you and your homies. That's not a given, right? I know girls who are the preacher's daughter that'll go out there and smash you and your homie before some red-haired chick will. So it's not always a given. You have to go out here and figure it out. I mean, it is what it is. What's going on? We got Ninja in the building. You back, bro? I thought you got arrested, man. You over there. Y'all be doing some wild stuff over there, man. Y'all be doing some wild stuff over there, bro. Good to see you back, man. Send me a DM on Insta about becoming air traffic controller. Got my transcript waiting for the next step. Cool. You just have to, so remember, like we said in the video, go to usajobs.gov. You go there and set up your profile, upload as much of your information as you possibly can, and you're going to have to wait. Once you get everything uploaded, you're going to have to wait. And what you're waiting on is the announcement. Once they announce they're going to do another hire, which should be Q1 of 2025, then you're going to have to be sitting there. Like Brother Jack Black he's in the academy right now. He was up at midnight. I think it was like before midnight. He was sitting in front of his computer waiting for the FAA to upload the bid. And as soon as they did, bam, he was just hitting, enter to get in there. So you're going to have to do something like that. We'll definitely keep you posted. Right. We'll definitely keep you posted. Brother Pablo, like, maybe her fire red hair fits her YouTube personality. I don't think the red hair has anything to do with YouTube. It's just where she is right now. There's a lot of women who just, like she has her hair red because she likes the way it contrasts with the color of her skin. She's going to talk about that, I think, in this video. Scam Likely's in the building. What's good, fam? I see you, bro. Flow State. We got Flow State in the building. What's happening, bro? Yo, Flo, I was on Base Oracle's stream. He did a stream like 30 minutes ago, 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago, whatever. It was good to talk to Base. He was talking about you, bro. It's always a pleasure to see you. And then Brother Jack Black was like, ATC is a waiting game. Basically, gotta love the U.S. government. Yeah, bro. Like Brother Jack was saying, man, it's a waiting game. So Ninja, get your stuff ready, upload all that stuff, make sure everything is good, make sure everything is solid, and then you have to wait for the bid. So that's just pretty much where it is. So just wait on the bid, and hang out here. Well, like, as soon as we know something, as soon as I hear any rumors as to when that bid is gonna drop, I'm gonna let everyone know. Right? I'm gonna put it on my Instagram. I'm gonna be talking about it here on YouTube. I'm gonna be everywhere with it. I'm gonna tell Fresh and Fit, like, hey, that bid's about to hit. I'm gonna be telling everyone I know, like, hey, this bid is about to hit. Get ready. So just make sure you got your stuff ready, man. And Brother Black Jack, Brother Jack Black is a good resource. He can't spend a lot of time talking to you or anything like that. Of course, he's in school, but he's giving little tidbits right now, man. He's dropping the information. Be looking at this, listen to what he's saying. He and I did a video that I'm going to make public on here. I think we were talking about how to get in and what he had to do in the way he did it, but it paid off. It got him the position, bro. He is one step away from being an air traffic controller and, well into the six figures. So it is what it is. So, yeah, man, don't give up. That's the key. Don't give up. Don't get frustrated. The government has a very terrible system. Like, think about it. Everything the government does is done by the lowest bidder. So, right. You just got to keep pushing. You got to keep pushing. So, all right, let's get back to what we were talking about. Sister Bri, right? This guy's telling her, "Oh, there's a black man out there for you." Like, she didn't do the video looking for sympathy. She's just opening herself up so everyone can see what's going on, and she's putting it out there. The reason I wanted to talk about this particular video tonight is because she's being so honest. I think there are a lot of women out there like Sister Bri. There are a lot of them out there. They want the best. So, fellas, y'all just gonna have to step y'all shit up if you want to holler at somebody like this.
Are some issues with this comment. First off, I think there's a good black man out there waiting for you. I'm not limiting myself to just black men. I've done that before. And I've said before that I have some cultural issues with black men. I can just address it briefly right now. Black men and black culture in general tends to skew conservative. I am a very liberal, progressive person. I do not want a partner who has issues with gay people or trans people. I do not want a partner who is expecting traditional gender roles or says misogynistic things or homophobic things. And I do not want a partner who prescribes to toxic masculinity.
And this is why I would love to have Sister Bri on this platform. I would love to interview her. I really want to know what toxic masculinity is and what the opposite is, because I would imagine toxic femininity. Look, see, now she got me not being able to talk. Toxic femininity is the opposite, right? It's just people being people, the way I look at it. She's saying, I'm not going to conform to gender roles. I would challenge that. I'm like, I bet she would if she met the right dude. I don't think she would have a problem with it. I don't think she would have a problem staying home if she chose to. Now, like, if let's say she hit the jackpot. She got that guy who was making $600,000 a year, right? He's really good with his money. They can do whatever. The world is her oyster. And if that guy's like, man, I would, he's like really into her. That's the real unicorn. He doesn't want to mess with other women. He just working and wants to be with her, and they decide to have kids, which is going to be difficult because of her age. But let's just say, for the sake of conversation, this guy is everything she's ever wanted. She is everything he ever wanted. And he says, hey, love, I would love it if you stayed home and raised the kids. I don't think that she would have a problem with that, but I would love to ask her. I don't think she would have a problem with that. I think she would stay home and raise the kids, at least to the point where, they don't really need her as much. They're kind of autonomous, at least to that point. And then maybe they could put them into a nice private school. Doesn't mean she can't work. Doesn't mean, because she's an artist. She really wanted to be a graphic novelist. And so basically growing up comic books. And I think if you look at my thumbnail, there's a picture of her, like an animated picture of her. I think she drew that, and if she did, wow, she has talent. She went to college for it. So I think if she came across that guy who was everything that she wanted, and she was everything that he wanted in a woman, they got together, I don't think that she would have a problem staying home with the kids, at least until they got older or school age, and then they're going to put them into like the best private school or something like that. But that's just me. I don't know this woman. All I know is what she's putting out on YouTube. So I'm just basing it on what I'm seeing. I'm listening to her tone. I'm listening to, the way her mind works. And I don't think she would have a problem with that. Now, all that was just like imaginary fantasy world, because let's face it, a dude making that kind of bread, looking, just like tall, dark, handsome. He's funny. He's charismatic. He's rich. He's going to have options. He's going to be able to do whatever he wants to do. And it's one of the things that I bring this up to women all the time. And I don't say this like as a dig at them. I'm not trying to, throw shade or whatever. But if that guy had a choice between Sister Bri at 33 or Sister Bri at 23, which Bri would he take? And I would wager that he's going to take the 23-year-old virgin. That's version. That is the thing. That's the rub. And I think that's the thing that a lot of women don't realize until they're past is like, damn, right? I was at my peak at 23, 24, 25. That's when I should have been trying to lock down the guy that I want, as to trying to do it at 34, at 33, 34, 35 or older. It makes it really, really difficult. And then the real good men, they get snatched up, you know, when they're younger. Like a lot of women they're placing their bets in college. Some are even placing their bets in high school. Like this is the guy, and they're right there trying to be with that guy. So it's just really tough. But I mean, she has a good, you know, she has some good points. And then she's more of a libertarian. She talks about that in one of her videos. She's a Sanders. She was feeling the burn. She's more of a Bernie Sanders type person. That's who she would want to vote for. Me, I'm more of an Andrew Yang kind of guy. That's who I would love to vote for if Yang were there. And this is when I forget which video this was. I watched 2 or 3 of her videos, and I forget which one this was, but she was talking about her political leanings. But on her Instagram, she does have a picture of her wearing the mask and all black with a Black Lives Matter sign. So I mean, she's definitely out there. She's active, which is, you know, it is what it is. It's cool. You know what I mean? And Brother Jack is like, yeah, liberal progressive. Yeah. So TikTok educated. Nah, man, she went to a university. That is being taught at the university level. And again, like just watching some of her stuff, I think you can have a conversation with Sista Bri and she will definitely engage on her politics, on her religion, like why she believes what she believes. You know, she told her story from like growing up, what it was like having a single mom, you know, being black and, you know, in Georgia. I mean, she like the sister, like I said, she opened all the way up. She put it all out there, bro. She put it all out there. And I respect to her for doing it.
Subscribes to toxic masculinity, and that's just something that I've seen rampant in the Black community. It's not one of those situations where I would not date a Black man. In fact, one of my current crushes right now is a Black man. Also, Black people tend to skew religious. I did see that he is religious, and I don't know how I feel about that. I myself am an atheist, so that's how I feel about that. That's why I don't want to limit myself to just Black men. It's just really hard to find a Black man who is not conservative in that way. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm just saying they're rare. It says y'all just might not be on the same wavelength at the moment in terms of beliefs or preference in partners. I think that's a bit weird thing to say because then that means they're not for me. If we don't share the same beliefs or preferences, which means he's not attracted to me or vice versa, or not attracted to the type of person that I am or vice versa, that sounds like that person's not for me. They say change your hair back to black. I don't like that. Don't tell me what to do with my body. Don't tell me what to do with my hair. I feel an intense rage when men tell me to change my hair color to black. What they're saying is that this is not a traditional woman's hair. What do I look too? Do I look too liberal? What do I look? Somebody said I look punk rock. And I'm like, that's not, you need to drop your assumptions on me there. I don't even listen to rock music. Hair is red because I think it goes well with my complexion. But I don't like.
I mean, bro, what's wrong with rock music? Yeah, I mean, Unlocking the Truth, when they were rocking out, three young Black boys from New York doing heavy metal. Y'all never listened to Unlocking the Truth, check them out. Like, what's wrong with it? Dude, if you've never been to a rock concert, man, treat yourself. Don't get into the MASH thing. Don't get into the pit. Stay away from that. But I remember when I saw the Misfits, I only saw the Misfits once. A buddy of mine I was working with, like, hey man, I got this extra ticket. You want to go? And I'm like, yeah, why not? And I had the tickets. My buddy was playing the drums that night. My buddy was playing the drums. He was the new drummer for the Misfits at the time. This was years and years ago. And on this particular night, it was Danzig, actually. My man was playing for Danzig. But on this particular night, it was the official reunion of Misfits, right? Yeah. Danzig, yeah. It was the official reunion or whatever. I don't know, it was the Misfits. I don't know that world, bro. All I know is it was a short, muscular dude named Doyle with spikes and a guitar, no shirt on, all white, came out painted white. And bro, they were rocking, man. So it was Danzig, and I never been around that before. I had a great time, man. A lot of people wearing long trench coats, screaming, and man, it was a good time. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had a blast. And then I finished the night at a hip hop joint. So yeah, I went to a Danzig concert, and then later on that night, I was at a hip hop joint. So I mean, it is what it is. As far as her political leanings, bro, I believe it. man, I hope she hits me back. I would love to interview her. I believe that she sat down and had a conversation with a brother who could, oh, and by brother I mean just a man who could engage with her in conversation about politics, and he was just keeping it 100 and respectful, whatever. I think she would respect that. I really do. I think that opposites do attract, and I don't, I could be wrong, but there are women out there who would just disregard you because you're a Democrat or you're a Republican or you're this or that. There are people who would just disregard you, but then there are people who will sit down and talk to you. Most folks don't even know your political leanings until later. So if she was into a guy, she was digging a dude, only later to find out that he's Republican, not a Trumper, but just a regular, GOP Republican. And he can have a conversation and he had valid points and, he was a thinker. I think she will rock with the dude. To be honest with you, I think she would rock with the dude. I don't think there's anything wrong with being different politically. Again, opposites do attract, but we won't know unless she hits me up. I hope she hits me up. I'm hoping that one of her people, since we added her in the title, one of her people will jump in the chat at some point and hit her up. Maybe they're in the chat now. Hey, y'all, if y'all in the chat, don't trip. We friendly over here. We ain't on nothing crazy. It's like we will be polite. Yeah, Brother Pablo was saying, I don't think she's into handicapped people. I will ask her if I ever get a chance. I will ask her. But yeah, and I'm like, I'm really, man, is this a filter? I see her forehead ruffle up and I can see some lines. I think she's just wearing makeup. But again, a very attractive woman.
Like that. But anyway, let's keep going. There are a lot of comments on here from Black men that are questioning my Black men comment. Hopefully I answered that. I think that's a very reasonable answer because it is what it is. I don't know how I feel about this comment. Also, I'm not looking at all the comments. I'm looking at only the recent ones because that's when I'm recording this. I can only go back so far. I'm sure there's some jewels down there, but there's a person, he said, basically, you did not know these guys had girlfriends, which I didn't. Whenever I like a guy, I never know that he has a girlfriend. A lot of people took issue with that too, men and women. Let me clear that up. When I start liking somebody, I don't know that they have a girlfriend. I start liking them first and I find out that they have a girlfriend later. But after that, it's too late. I'm already attracted to them. I don't know how to turn it off. But I also acknowledge that I was a pick-me in those situations for waiting out those relationships. I said that in the video as well. Okay, stop.
So this goes to the point where we're always telling you guys, man, a woman knows when she see you if she's fucking with you in most cases. When the moment she lays eyes on you, she knows if she's going to deal with you or not. Soon as she see you. And then once you talk to her, when you engage, right? This is where I tell guys, you got to learn how to not put your foot in your mouth. So if you just come up and engage like a regular human, hello, how you doing? What's good? You know what I mean? Don't be like, hey, ma, like if you come up with a normal approach and she's already digging you, man, you in. Now, all you got to do is get her talking and sit back and let her talk. Remember what I told you about the hamster wheel? Right? All you got to do is she's already digging you. She's already into you. Then you walked up. You were a perfect gentleman. She's checking out your style. She's looking at you head to toe. Oh, look at this guy. He's really put together. Right? Then she gets close enough that she can smell you. Damn, he smells good. What is he wearing? I like that. Whatever it is, I like that. Now she's looking at your shoes, looking at your accessories. She doesn't know. She's not going to probably know the difference between Louboutins and some, $30 Chinese shoes you bought from Amazon. But all she knows is it looks good on you. Right? So, there are women out there who know fashion and they'll know what you're wearing from across the room. They can tell. They'll know. Like that dude's wearing Ferragamo. That guy's wearing this. That guy's wearing that. They'll know. Oh, that's an Omega. That's a Rolex. They know. Most women aren't like that. Most women just want you to come up, not be a weirdo. Hey, how you doing? Or just the way you approach. Pardon me, love. May I reach over? May I grab that? Or pardon me, love. Can you grab that napkin for me? Something like that. That's all it takes. She's already into it, right? And you're like, hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Man, you look good. What's your name? Like, hey, what's your name? You know what I mean? Why are you here? That type of shit. If you know how to just open the door, get the conversation going, right? You broke the ice. Then all you got to do is sit back. Just sit back and let her talk. Let her hamster wheel spin whatever narrative needs to be spent so she stays into you. That's what she's talking about. So it's like she'll see a dude like, I'm into that dude. I like that guy. And then later find out what's going on with him. Like, oh, he has a boyfriend or he has a wife or a fiance or whatever. Right? It is what it is. Another thing I would say about this woman Sister Brit, correction, Sister Bri. I bet you that Sister Bri sees more men just out and about than the average woman. So what I mean by that, I think Sister Bri sees invisible men. Not all of them, but I think she sees a good chunk of them. Whereas most women don't even see these dudes. They don't register at all. I think they register with her. I think she sees the dudes lurking in the corners. She sees the dudes who are looking down. She sees the guys who aren't as confident as the others. Why? Because she talks about this when she was growing up, when she was in high school, and when she got to college, that she was placed in the misfit group. Like she was one of like the outcast kids. She was one of the misfits. She was never really in the cool kids or the jocks or whatever. She always found herself with the misfits. And I believe the people who come up like that see everybody because they're so used to not being seen. So I think that a woman like Bri, now again, this is something I would love to ask her. I think she sees most men. Now she might not holler at them, whatever. And most of these dudes will come up to her. Maybe she's even willing to give them a shot, but then they'll come up and say something stupid, try to say something, drop some silly ass line, or they come up and they don't smell good, or they're not put together. Like they just clothes too wrinkly. The stuff don't fit right. You know, the shoes are dirty. And women see these things. It's like, bro, they're not going to mess with you, man. They're not going to mess with you. Why should they? I mean, bro, if I'm out and about, I've had dudes come up to me in the club like, oh, what's up, bro? Dude, I look down like, man, your shoes are dirty and you stink. Like, why are you over here talking to me, man? I just walk away from it. Like, all right, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? I just walk away. So why wouldn't a woman walk away from you if you presented yourself like that? Why would she want to fuck with you? Right now, some of these dudes who are stinky or whatever, they do have game, some of them. And some of them get on. Yeah, maybe it's because they got money or whatever, but they get on. You know what I mean? Brother Petty was like, rock music is baller. Everything from Bruce Springsteen to Guns N' Roses is top notch. Facts, bro. Facts, man. Like I remember Bruce Springsteen when I was young coming up, man. Jack and Diane, you know, Guns N' Roses. Where do we go now? Like, you know, that Welcome to the Jungle. Bro, like I listen to all kind of music, man, from rock and roll to 70s, like rock, you know what I mean? Steely Dan, the Eagles, Chicago, stuff like that. I listen to samba, I listen to salsa, a little bit of reggaeton, not a lot. Not a lot at all. You know, I listen to a little bit of country, not a lot. It's a couple country songs out there I could rock with, but not a lot. Hip hop, of course. Bro, I'm all over. I'll listen to anything, man. You know, I listen to classical music, I listen to jazz. I mean, it is what it is. But let's continue.
Pointing out things I already pointed out myself. They said if you feel miserable to yourself because you don't got a man in your life, you think that's the end of the world and you gain all this weight. Now you coming out telling us all about all the guys you dated in the past. I'm trying to figure out maybe not guys that dating is the problem. Maybe you're not taking yourself more seriously. You're dating guys that who has the money, who can buy you that. You're not looking at guys who has a regular job, who works at Walmart, who works at a fast food restaurant, who works at a grocery store. You're not looking at those guys. Looking at you want to take care of you. And I think that's wrong. Okay.
So that message right there, y'all see how long that damn message was, bro? I don't know who dude was, but that is definitely an invisible guy. He's talking about himself. Right? Yeah. Women want the best, bro. But if you're working at Walmart or you working at a restaurant, I used to work at Frisch's, I used to work at Perkins, you know, I used to work at Ponderosa when I was in high school. Even when I got out of the army, I went back to Perkins as a short order cook. Here's the thing. I still was on women. I was still doing my thing. That was just one of the places where I was drawing my money from, but I would go outside and do whatever. I was pulling waitresses inside the joint. Some of them wanted to rock with me. Some of them didn't. Some of them was playing hard to get. And it was like, I ain't got time for this. Right. But when I went outside, I did my thing. There's so many guys who will look at her and they're just scratching their head, listening to what she's saying. I can't find a guy. And they take it personal. They take it personal. I would love her. I would put her on the pedestal. I would do all these different things. Yeah, you sure would. Too bad she can't see you, homie. Get out here and get your money up. Get in the gym, right? Get into the books. Get your education up, man. Get your social skills together. This dude has time to sit down and write out that terribly written message. and post it to her YouTube for the whole world to see. And he's probably somewhere he's happy because she read it. And it's like, what is he doing? He's regurgitating red pill talking points. Right. And it doesn't make any sense. That's just a horrible look, bro. That horrible look. Don't do that. Who has that kind of time anyway? You get that kind of time, bro. She ain't trying to holler at you.
Okay, so this one is a little bit all over the place, but I'm going to try to get through it. You feel miserable because you don't got a man in your life. I feel unhappy because my life is out of balance. I have a great life. I have a life that many people would envy. I have a great apartment. I live in a great side of town. Honestly, that's really the only thing that I could say that's missing is a partner. And I think that's fair. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting a person to share your life with. I'm not miserable because I ain't got no man. This person said I gained all this weight. Actually, I gain weight when I'm in relationships. A lot of the times when you're in a relationship with somebody, you're eating when they're eating. And sometimes that's not always when you want to eat. And so you're eating more than when you would when you're by yourself. I actually lose weight every time I get out of a relationship. One of the highest weights I've ever been was in a relationship I was in for almost 2 years. So that person's making assumptions. So the thing that really gets me on this comment is they said, you're not looking at a regular guy who works at Walmart or a fast food restaurant or a grocery store. Hell no, you goddamn right, bitch. I have a whole degree with 2 E's at the end, okay? What? Working at Walmart, making minimum wage, at a fast food restaurant, making minimum wage, at a grocery store, making minimum wage. No. I said I have to be dating somebody that is making a living wage. Minimum wage is currently not a living wage. No, period. That means there's going to be some unequal amount of effort and work done on my part. I know, I've done it before. I have done that before. No. What? No. This person left actually a really nice, thoughtful comment.
So that part right there, it is what it is. She's in the Atlanta area, right? I'm not doxing or anything like that. She puts that out. Like, she's in the Atlanta area. So, well, let me take that back. She's in Georgia. Like, she's somewhere in Georgia. I want to say the Atlanta area, but she's somewhere in Georgia. It could be one of the bigger cities in Atlanta. I mean, in the Georgia area. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure she said something about Atlanta in one of her videos that I saw. But anyway, at any point, she's in a big city, right? Or close to a big city. She's in a progressive state. It costs a lot of money to live today. And women are doing better than most men, right? We keep saying that. There are more women, going to college and coming out of college than men. And women are making more money right now. They're making more money. A lot of women, especially in these cities, Atlanta, DC, LA, Miami, New York, Tampa, like some of the bigger cities and some of the mid-sized cities, women are doing really well. Working from home, they've gotten to the bag. So, a lot of people are talking about, like, want to be at 6 figures and all that. Like, we already know that only 15% of Americans making, between 15 and 17% of Americans are making over 6 figures a year, right? It's not a lot of people. I mean, it's like 85% of the country isn't nowhere near that, right? I think the average salary in America, this was 2022 numbers, 65,423. I have updated numbers, y'all. I should have updated it. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor, the average U.S. annual salary in Q4 of 2023 was $59,384. Shit, it went down. This is up 5.4% from the same time posted in 2022. I guess my numbers are wrong. Average income per person, U.S. 65,000. I guess my numbers were wrong. It's just, when y'all go looking for numbers, it's just hard. But anyway, it says that that is up. So Q4 of last year, the average American was making $59,384. Right. So, she's probably making, when she was at a corporation, maybe she was making like that much, or maybe 70,000, maybe. It seems like it could be a lot, but she was there for 4 years, maybe. College degree, you come out, let's say you're making $70,000 a year, you owe at least $30,000 in student loans, right? You have your credit card debt, you have your car loan, like your car loan, you have your insurance, you have all this other kind of stuff, rent, utilities, food, entertainment, all the rest of it. Americans aren't making a lot of money. They're not making a lot of money. So a lot of women are pricing themselves out of the market because they refuse to talk to dudes who haven't reached them financially. But Sister Bri talks about it. She used to have a guy who lived with her. She's like, yeah, he was there. You know, she had a couple guys that lived with her as she was telling it over the past 4 years. She like one guy was abusive and she didn't want to get rid of him because it would have meant she would have been homeless and would have had to go back home and she didn't want to do that. All right, the choices we make, it is what it is. It sucks. But eventually, obviously, she managed to figure it out because she's still there. And there was another guy who was younger than she was. He was in college and he was living there, but he wasn't paying for anything. So she was paying for him. So that guy was, you know, dead weight. She's spending more money because of him. And okay, again, it was another choice. Now, men understand that if they're going to be with a woman, she's probably going to be a liability up front. Like even if they make the same amount of money, if they go out, he's probably going to pay. You know, if they take a trip, he's going to pay. Stuff like that. He's buying her gifts. You know, all these sort of things. So, I mean, that's just how the game goes. It is what it is. There's some dudes who play by those rules. I normally tell guys don't do that. You know what I mean? It's not about the money you spend, but, you know, you just don't want to be investing money into someone who may not even be into you. Start small, ice cream date, you know, coffee date, meet up in the park. Let's walk and talk, that type stuff. If she's unwilling to do those things, then that ain't the one for you, player. Shift gears and try to smash. All right, she's not the one for you. Have her meet you when you go out to go kick it. Like, I'm finna go out and kick it. I'm about to go chase some chicks. So I'm going to tell her, hey, I'm going to be at, you know, XYZ lounge. You should pull up. Now I'm not sending an Uber for you. Now I ain't coming to pick you up. And now I ain't buying your drinks when you get here. You know what I mean? Like, just do it like that. Like, hey, you just one of the chicks I'm trying to holler at. Come through. But don't invest in women who might not be into you, bro. And women will invest in you. Even Sister Bri did it when she talks about it. She's like, she invested in that college guy, right? She's invested in dudes before trying to get at them. She's done things and, you know, whatever. So women will invest in you if you are the guy they want to holler at. So don't believe that for a second, gentlemen. If they see you, if you've done the work, she is definitely going to compete for you. She will take you out. Uncle Saint's been flued out a couple times. I've had women take me out to dinner, right? I've had women compete. And you just sit back like, all right, cool. I mean, it is what it is.
But they started with, no lie, I'm not normally attracted to Black women, but you're pretty for sure. That just gives me the ick. I know that the rest of their comment is very nice, but don't start with that, I would say. Because if somebody said that to me in real life, I'd be like, okay, this one's perfect. Okay. You are educated, but you are indecisive. Okay. But we're not starting off too bad. You don't have wife traits. Okay. Let's keep going. Not having a relationship longer than a year is how I came to that conclusion. I don't know how. Also, you have a type no matter their ethnicity. You like Boba, Chad, Lee, and Tyrone. Who the fuck is Boba? I just know the T, so I don't know.
It's like Boba, maybe Boba Fett. I don't know. I think he was trying to spell Bubba, maybe. Yeah, you don't have white traits. This one right here, what dude's talking about, like this guy's getting into it again. Another dude who probably wanted to holler at her, but you know, you sending stuff like this, bro. Let's say you would have bumped into her. You think you got a shot? You think you got a shot in hell? Nah. And Dr. B had flew out. Yeah, I've had a couple women fly me places or came to see me places, but I had a woman take me to the Bahamas. No, the Cayman Islands. She took me to the Cayman Islands. I've been taking places, you know, whatever. Hey man, like women want to holler at you, then man, they'll do it. They will do it. Don't get it twisted. They will do it. Like, to be honest, Black women may need to start somewhat accepting the fact that they're not as favored as they think they are. Ooh, yeah. When you look at all the data, that's what it shows, man. Like, it shows that African-American women here in America aren't the most desired, is kind of at the bottom of the list. Black men aren't weighing at the top of the list. So we're down there too, but no, you got a good point, bro.
you're not giving off long term. You're giving fun girl vibes. Fun girl who likes girls. Okay. Let's take that from the top. Okay, you're educated, but you're indecisive. I'm not sure how that person came to the conclusion that I'm indecisive. I'm thinking about it, and I don't know where I gave off that vibe. Maybe I did. I didn't watch the video before I came here. You don't have wife traits. First of all, wife traits, hitting on that conservative, toxic masculinity type of energy that I already am saying no to, don't like. Not having a...
See, that's the thing, though. I don't have wife traits. I'm not into the traditional norm, but I want a guy who makes more than me. Again, if I had the sister right here, I would ask her, like, make that make sense for me, sis. And I mean, I guess the answer would be I have a financial requirement. Like Brother Pablo says, nothing wrong with that. But if we're doing away with traditional roles, then why you hit me? Why ain't you asking me out? Right? What's the deal? Like you want to be hunted, which is traditional. You want the man to prove himself to you. But at the same time, you don't want to have to go hunt. I don't know. I don't know.
A relationship longer than a year is how I came to that conclusion. I don't know what type of information you got from that to assume that I don't have wife traits. If you must know, I ended my first relationship because he started choking me. I ended my second relationship because he wasn't paying any rent. He was just living in my house really briefly. First off, we had a big age difference. I made a whole video about it. I will link it once again. I was 28. He was 21. He was still in college. And I thought maybe I can still make it work because he was very intelligent. I said at the end of that video, the biggest difference between us was actually in our bank account. We're cool. Me and him, we talked about it and stuff. I don't want to talk bad on him. But I had a full-time job. I was making an adult salary and he was still a student. And before he was living with me, he was living with his mom and he wasn't paying any rent. And when I asked him to do things around the house, like clean up, I don't know if it was toxic masculinity kicking in, but he did not want to do that. He thought that I was supposed to work full time and clean up and do things around the house. Sounds like toxic masculinity. I'm not really...
Nah, baby, that's not toxic masculinity. You got yourself a mama's boy. He went from his mama house to your house. You the new mama. That's what that was. Come on now, shorty. Come on. Really? Right? He's in college. You could have sat him down and had that talk. Like, hey, what you gonna do, bro? You're gonna have to come up with some bread. You're gonna have to come up with some bread. Get a job. You don't want to get a job? Okay, he gotta go. I understand that. But the thing is, because he didn't want to clean up has nothing to do with him being toxic or masculine. That's not very masculine at all. He's okay with you taking care of him. Sounded like he was winning for a while. So you feeding him, you give him a place to live. He's playing video games. He ain't got to pay no bills. And he get to smash. Shit, he was winning. He was winning. Right? It's nothing to do with being toxic. Miss AKA ladies in the building. What's good, sis? I saw your pictures on Instagram, what you're farming and stuff and all that. That's what's up, girl. That's what's up. I see you doing it because ain't no joke, though. Keep farming. Keep farming. Put some watermelons in the ground. Let me know when they come up because I don't know. You've been to the grocery store lately. Jeez. Man, it is what it is. But yeah, I think the Sister Bri is well within her rights, you know what I mean, to have standards and make sure she meets those standards with, these guys. But like I said, she was learning as she went along. She was dealing with a dude who was abusive. She finally got rid of him. Good for her. You never tolerate that bullshit. And then she had a guy who was younger that his age really didn't matter. It's just the guy didn't want to do nothing. His mom was taking care of him. And then he went from his mother's house to his girlfriend's house. Now the girlfriend, which is Sister Bri, was taking care of him. I mean, sound like to me he was winning. He eating for free. He get to live for free, and he's smashing. Boy, that is what's up. Yeah, and then she's gonna talk about the fun girl vibes. I get what dude is saying, like, oh, you giving fun girl vibes, like you might be an easy smash. I mean, bro, you never know who you're dealing with, man. I mean, any woman could be an easy smash or a hard smash. It depends on her in that moment, what's going on in her life and how she feels when she meets you. It depends. right? It just depends, because just because she got red hair and a big butt doesn't mean she out here trying to smash everybody, or maybe it does. You don't know until you meet the woman. You got to talk to her. I've been around women who just look like super freaks and had the reputation to go with it. Only to come to find out that everyone's been lying on her. She hasn't been with nobody. Like, it's just crazy, And if most dudes in high school or probably even in college have dealt with this, dudes will tell you all sorts of stuff about a woman. Oh, stay away from her, man. She a freak. She doing this and that. She smashing all these guys. And you like, oh, that's good looking out, homie, because, I was going to take her out, man. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro. Nah, and what it was, dude likes her. He has no game. And what he's doing is running interference so no one else can talk to her. That's all that is. Dude's lying, just making up shit. Then women will be saying shit about women, making up shit because they jealous of the girl. So, bro, good time, fun girl. You just don't know what that is, man. Like I said, I've been with women that, super, super religious, conservative. They looked like you're supposed to look when you're like that. And then you get them by themselves, bro. Oh my goodness. The things that they do. Wow. Right. And like I said, I've been with other girls you think are super freaks, and they're not. They're not super freaks. They do, they do have high standards, right? They're not just going to smash into your body. Right now, a lot of those girls, I didn't get to hit. Why? Because back then I was running my 3-day rule, 3 days or 3 dates, and they took too long. To their credit, I'm like, I ain't messing with you. To their credit, I'm like, I done met you. This is the 3rd time we done got together. What's up? And like, nah, I like you, but I ain't doing that. Okay. Bye. Right. And that might have been the woman I should have married. That might have been a really good woman. It is what it is. She's like, thank you. I'm gonna show up, produce for your produce for your next show. That'd be cool. Show up with produce for the next show. That'd be cool, girl. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I'm cool with some watermelon, cool with some potatoes. I love potatoes. Let's continue.
Sure, he did used to cook, so maybe that wasn't the case. You have a type no matter their ethnicity. I don't know what that means. Oh, I think what he's saying, because okay, I don't know who Boba is. I know about the Chad, the lead, the Tyrone. Those are some incel terms, so I know those. I'm guessing Boba is another race. Who is Boba? Is Boba African? Is Boba Indian? I don't know. But the fact that he used incel terminology automatically also puts him at a no. You're not giving off long term. That's fair. I'll say that. You're giving fun girl vibes. A lot of people see that my hair is red and assume that I can't be a responsible adult, even though it's 2024. That's also, to me, given some conservative type of energy, which I already said I don't like. And he said, a fun girl who likes girls. I think he's picturing somebody who's out here partying up a storm and kissing girls at the bar. I don't do that. Okay, so this person actually sounds like somebody that I could know. The only time I'll pull a no-show and ghosting on a date is if I try to plan a date at a specific place and the woman insults my choice and suggests something else, usually more expensive. Mind you, this is very situational and depends on her tone. If she makes an alternate suggestion because it's been on her list for a while, that's cool. But if she insults my choice or tries to change a drink date to a dinner date, or she tries to drain money out of me, I will no-show and ghost, and I'll laugh about it. My issue.
Hey, look, I ain't mad at anybody who, doesn't want to take a woman out, whatever. You sitting there trying to plan out a night, like, I'm going to take you to this restaurant, and she hitting you back like, nah, I want to go to this restaurant or shit like that. Nah, I'm not fucking with her. Now, I'm not going to set up a date, have her get ready and travel to that place and just ghost her. I'm not going to do that. That's a real bitch move, and take pride in it. I'm not going to do that. But if I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, mind you, I don't take women out to not expensive dates right away. If we get to the point where I'm planning dates like that, she already know what time it is. Right? She already know. Like, and if she says, well, I don't want to go to that restaurant, I want to go to this restaurant, then I'm just gonna withdraw my invitation and take somebody else to the restaurant I want to go to. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Well, don't worry about it. I'll talk to you later. And then they always come back. Well, no, I'll go. I just did it. No. Nope. We're going back to the park. We're back to ice cream. We're back to ice cream. We're going to the park. We're going to eat some salad. We're going to walk around the lake. Nah. If I say, hey, I'm going to take you to Dirty French, and you're like, no, I want to go to Carbone's because I heard Carbone's is nice, and I want you to take me to Carbone's, you just fucked up. And it's not about the money. You better come up with a better way to Jedi mind trick me into taking you to that restaurant, because both those restaurants are expensive. It's the same amount of money being spent. But at the end of the day, you're not going to, ask. Hey, I know you're a bit of a foodie. I know you've been to all these restaurants. I've never been to Carbone's. I'm hearing all these good things. Next time you go, can I go with you, please? Kind of thing. Something like that. But don't just say, no, you're going to take me here. I ain't taking you no damn where. And we're not playing traditional roles, right? So, there's that. You want to go to Carbone's? You can take me. You can invite me to that restaurant. And and you invite me, so that means you paying. Right? So you paying for both of us, right? All right, well, I'll pay for mine. This is where a lot of women get it messed up. You're making all the money, you're alpha, you're independent, you're all that. Cool. And this is the guy you want, right? This is the guy that every woman wants. And he's spending time with you. Cool. And now you're going to dictate to him where y'all go? That's where you just messed up. Now, if you got you a dude who ain't gamed up, then, and he's willing to do that, then all right, cool. Make it happen. Make it happen. Yeah, it's definitely an inside joke, Dr. B and Brother Pablo. It's definitely an inside joke. Miss AKA lady, she like, the biggest freaks don't show it. To be honest, that's a fact. I guess you're like, if I hear freak levels are too high, it can distract a man. You got to hold off so he can get to know you first. Otherwise, he won't even care to know you. Just smash. And that's true. That's fact. You come in there like a freak, you doing all that kind of stuff, even if you don't do it all the time, but for whatever reason, this really is the first time you've done a one night stand or whatever. You come out with the freaky moves, then the guy's gonna be like, oh, she's doing this to everybody. So you're gonna have to mask that if you're a woman. You're gonna have to. You're just gonna have to. Like especially if you're trying to get a guy and lock him down long term, you're gonna have to mask it. And that's just some free game for y'all ladies out there. I'm pretty sure y'all already know that. There are women out there who just don't care. I mean, I've been with a few women, one night stands, and I swear to God, I couldn't pick them out of a lineup, don't remember their names. And I'm pretty sure they can't remember me either. It's not like it was, it is what it is. And I told you guys about the story. I was sitting with a woman and she couldn't believe that I'd forgotten her. We hooked up when we were in high school. I've forgotten all about her. Here we are, 6-7 years later. No idea who she was. And she was crushed. She was married, moved on with her life, but she was crushed. She couldn't believe that I didn't remember her because she remembered me. Like, you, this motherfucker really don't know who I am. Like, nope. Sure don't. And once I realized who she was, I'm like, oh, cool. What's up, baby? Damn, why didn't you say something earlier? And we could just chop it up. What you been up to? It's been a long time. Well, you look good. What's going on? Right? Because we were in high school. She had a kid and already had a kid, like a big kid, like baby was walking. And she lived in a facility for girls who had kids and got kicked out of their homes or whatever, were homeless. So I remember, like, why didn't you say something? I didn't recognize her at all. Man, she was hurt. She was hurt. But that's what it is. Brother Grills, what's up, man? You just called me, man. You see him. You see him what I'm doing. Just doing guys in the waiting room currently. Yeah, you're gonna be there for a hot second, man. Just we're working on something with Castle Club. We're working on something. So yeah, I don't have to verify you, man. So I'll be able to just shoot you the city. You want Houston or Dallas? Because you're which one are you closer to, man? Which one you spend more time in? You want Houston or Dallas? Let me know, and I'll just send you that link. We'll get you squared away. But everyone else is gonna have to wait. I actually know you in real life, so I can do that. But everyone else has to get verified. But yeah, shoot me that. Let me know, man. Houston or Dallas, Brother Grios. But yeah, you ladies, don't think once you get this top tier guy that he ceased to have options. If you want him, all the other women probably want him too. So if he has options and he knows what he's doing, he's going to do his thing. He's just going to do his thing. And if he's been doing his things for years and you were one of the first people he ever smashed, and then here you are 7-8 years later, then there's no way. Don't be mad if he forgets you. That's just how it works. We got you, brother. Houston, one city only, fam. You can't be like two cities. So it'll just be Houston, and then you can just holler at Mo whenever you go down to Miami, and they'll take care of you. So let's get back to the video.
With that one is it seems very childish. Why laugh about it? It's not funny. I'm gonna hope this person is in their early 20s. It's the only time when something like wasting somebody's time in such a way is acceptable. If you don't like them or you don't like their choice, you can just tell them. This person says, the not having self-awareness is insane for me. You think too damn much, you talk too damn much, just chill out. Gross. There's a lot of men on here who are saying that I talk too much. And I just think that might just be the difference between men and women. I think women are just more cerebral or mental than men are. I think that we like to pick apart our emotions and our thoughts a lot more than men do. Something that I'm realizing and why I find it really difficult to just have male friends, because male friends do think that way. They think that you're talking too much, you're too emotional about this thing, and they just want you to let shit go and just be chill. And my answer to that is no. Sorry. Nope. This person's,
which is hilarious. So here's the thing with that, bro. Like if I've been with women who are extremely sexy, and so long as I'm smashing, I don't care how much they talk. I don't care. I don't care how much they talk. And then her male friends are like, you talk too much, because they're sitting there waiting for an opportunity to smash. Why are you sitting around her? Why can you hear, you there to hear her talk? And as far as YouTube goes, talking a lot is good, right? That's how YouTube works. Like, you talk too much. Like, bro, why y'all even sending these messages? This is what I'm talking about, man. It's a lot of weirdos out there, y'all. It's a lot of weirdos. Who sits there with their phone like, you talk too much, lady I've never met in my life and I'm never, ever going to see other than in these YouTube trenches, send. You talk too much, bro. With her body, man, she could say what she could talk as much as she want to talk, bro. Keep talking, baby. Like, keep talking. If you were one of the guys who she's brought into her life and she's intimate with, you don't give a shit how much she talks. Come on now, keep it 100.
says, I don't feel sorry for women like this. I guarantee there's plenty of guys she played with their emotions, wouldn't give a chance just because she thought she could do better. God could send her a man made for her and she wouldn't take him serious because of something petty. Women like this self-sabotage themselves and play the victim. First off, there's a lot of assumptions being made here because I don't know where people are getting that. It sounds like there are people in these comments that have been hurt and they're projecting that onto me for whatever reason. I don't really know why. I didn't do anything to them. I'm trying not to make it like me just defending myself here, trying to point out the flaws in what this person is saying. So my thought when I see this is he didn't listen to me. So it doesn't sound like this person would be a good match because they sound like they have their own narrative that they're already following in their mind. And that's all they heard. This person says
I think a lot of people have a problem with the fact that she's so attractive, or they find her so attractive. Like I said, if these dudes are watching her content, going to her YouTube, looking at her pictures, and they're like, damn, I would love to be with a woman like that. And that's the thing. When you look at her without makeup, she's definitely like everyone else. Like she's cute, but like with the makeup on, she's like over the top. So what I think Kevin Samuel said, adjustable sevens. But the fact that she takes care of her body. She's older, she's wiser, she's been around the block a few times, right? She knows what she's looking for, but the problem is what she's looking for is what everyone else is looking for. These dudes, these bottom 80, these invisible guys are sending these messages. Why, bro? Why? Why? Like, well, come on, you send her messages. Like, yeah, I'm trying to interview her. I'm trying to get her on this platform. So yes, I sent messages. Yo, I would love to interview you. I like what you're doing. Good job. Keep it up. That sort of stuff. I'm not interviewing her like, you talk too much. And then the stuff, like I went and looked at her comments on her Instagram. The shit that these dudes are commenting, my God. It's ooh, whoa. You feel me? Like, hey, man, boy.
There's no such thing as a pick-me. Stop labeling yourself that. Silly feminists made that up. So there is such a thing as a pick-me. The male version of a pick-me is a simp, and I'm pretty sure you know what that is. A simp or a nice guy. It's essentially when you change yourself to become the person you think this other person wants you to be in order for you to date them. If I like this guy and he's really into motorcycles, I might pretend like I'm really into motorcycles too in order to get his attention. Or something that I did when I was in college, I liked a guy who was into video games. Specifically, he was into Final Fantasy. So I pretended like I was really into video games, which I do. I play video games, but not as much as him and his friend group did. So I could try to infiltrate the friend group by like seeming like I was really cool and like, yeah, I play video games and all the other nerdy shit that they were into. I just pretended, yeah, I do all that stuff. I was just trying to be like a cool girl who was into that stuff. When really, when I said I play video games, what I meant was I played Harvest Moon in The Sims. It's changing yourself to fit what you think this other person is attracted to. This person says, women like men that other women like. Breaking news. But wait, you liking Asian men is pretty telling. Liking women is also telling. This person likes doing the ellipsis. Putting up with someone choking you solely because they were paying your bills, very telling. You're single because you need to be. No harm, no foul there. They said, but wait, you liking Asian men is pretty telling. Why? How? Also, their name is Chinito, which means Asian looking in Spanish. So that's very interesting that he said that. I'm like, are they Asian or are they Hispanic and they have been told that they look Asian? Liking women is also telling. There's a lot of guys here who do not like that I said I was bi. I don't know.
So in one of her videos, she did mention that she said she likes girls too, but she's not really trying to be in a relationship. She just likes to play. Yeah. If you a dude out there, top tier dude, and you come across a woman that likes to play with girls, that's a jackpot right there, bro. That's a jackpot right there. That's added bonus right there. That's added bonus, especially if you just out there. If you have a woman like that in your rotation, you got a pretty solid rotation. Like, and you being honest and you know what time it is. Like, bro, she knows what time it is. Man, come on, man. Like that it is what it is. But the part she was talking about where she was doing all these things to get into the friend group of these guys that she likes and wanted these guys to notice her. Listen to how much work she's putting into getting close to these guys. And there's so many dudes out here, especially in the Manos swamp, we're saying like women don't do that kind of thing. That never happens. Like, bro, you ain't never tried to holler at nobody. You will be surprised at the lengths women will go through to get to the guy they want. It is what it is, bro. Up to and including helping him get chicks. She'll bring chicks back to the room and stay in the room like she will do the three-way. Like, and the guys who get it, again, the dudes that she wanted didn't necessarily want to rock with her. And it was messing with her mind. Right? Just messing with her, like, why not? Let me try this. Let me try that. Let me try this way. Let me try that way. And again, I don't think she was coming across any real dogs, like the top tier guys. And if she did, they just would have had fun or whatever. But women will put in work for the guys that they want. They will take you out. They will buy you things. They will fly you places, right? They will do all of that. And just most guys don't know. Like when you look at this woman, she's wearing, like, she's got the filter on or the makeup on, maybe a little bit of both. She's not afraid to tone down the makeup. So maybe when her makeup is toned down, she's back to like a 6. Mind you, 5 is average. 5 is average. I would say that she's at least no makeup on. I would say she's 5, maybe 6. And that's great. That's starting. Like this is what stripped down. This is what she looks like. Great body. Like she's out here working hard, doing her thing. Puts on makeup. She cleans up well. She wears nice stuff. Like looking cute, bro. This is one right here. This is one you can rock with. And a lot of these dudes who send in these messages, they're just mad because they know they don't have the game to be able to holler at a woman like this, right? She's probably the girl of their dreams, and they salty. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. Don't get mad, man. Right? Quit hating the players, bro. You got a problem with the game, that's fine, but don't hate the players. Get your game up. Get your shit together. Become visible to a woman like this, and guess what? You could bag her. She already said it. She's like, if I like you, I like you. I know when I see you. If I like you, I like you. Right? Get your game up. Get your shit right. Then when she sees you and she's into you, see that look, Man, move, do your thing. But if you don't have any game, you're gonna fuck it up. You're gonna walk over there like a dummy, say something stupid, and she's done. Done. She's gonna walk away from you.
What that's about. Putting up with someone choking you solely because they were paying your bills, very telling. Actually, it's very common. There are a lot of people out there who are putting up with domestic violence situations because if
Men
they weren't,
too.
they would be homeless. Whatever. But yeah, it's the lack of empathy that's happening in this comment. This person sounds very ignorant. Yeah, I don't like that. This person says maybe you should try wearing your real hair. This is my real hair and I grew it. I'm assuming what they mean is like wearing it the color it came out of my head. And for that, I would say I've only had red hair for 1 year of my life. 95% of my entire life, my hair was my natural hair color. So I'm sorry, that advice is just it's not gonna work for me. Somebody said Lil Boosie indicted again. The feds finna hide that man this time. Okay. LMAO, if you're single because the ones you like don't like you, sweet girl, that means you're trying to date out of your league. You're decent looking enough. You just need to date in your own pool. That's where you should start from there. If it's still not working, then you have personal emotional issues you'll need to resolve. The TLDR is you're the problem and no one else is. Where to start? That means you're trying to date out of your league. When I stop liking that person, when I move on from that person and I turn around and I look at them again, they're very average looking to me. There have been plenty of times where I've liked guys who were less attractive than me. And there have been times where I have liked guys who were more attractive than me. That doesn't really happen that often. I think for the most part, I like guys that are of my average attractiveness, but people just assume that. I don't know why people assume that I like the Chads and the Tyrones and I guess the Bobas and the Lees. First of all, y'all talking like my daddy. This is how my 50-year-old daddy talks. So I'm guessing y'all some old heads saying that. It sounds
Damn, I'm older than her stepdad. So this is how my 50-year-old daddy talks. I'm like, baby, I'm well into my 50s.
Sounds like some old head speak. They say you're decent looking enough. You just need to date in your own pool. I want to know who do they think is in my pool? Who do they think I'm trying to date? I'm trying to think of somebody that they could possibly think I'm trying to date. My first thought is just Channing Tatum, but then they're going to be like, see, I knew you only like white guys. Who's a black guy who's relevant? I'm just not up on culture right now. On like any pop culture at all. Oh, what's his face? Let's just say Michael B. Jordan. I actually don't know if he's in my league or not. I don't really know how I appear to people. think I have like reverse body dysmorphia. I think it's also you're watching me on the internet. You're probably comparing me to other people on the internet. I don't know if you're comparing me to like these Insta baddies or something. When I like somebody, normally I like them because of their personality and I like who they are, or they've said something to me that I liked. I've had a conversation with them, or they were nice to me. There's one guy, this was high school, but it's just an example. He was tall, really gangly looking. He had a gigantic Adam's apple and a small head. And I started liking him because I was reaching into the refrigerator, the sliding glass door on the refrigerator. I was reaching into it behind him. And as I reached in there to grab a yogurt, it was going to close on my hand. And he turned around and he stopped it from closing on my hand. And I liked him ever since then. He did not like me back. So there was another guy that I liked who I also thought was very average looking. Personally, I thought I was prettier than him, but I went trick-or-treating with him and my best friend at the time. They were friends. He just had this magnetic personality. I started liking him from that, and he did not reciprocate my feelings. But that was all in high school. But those are the most obvious ones. Liked plenty of average-looking guys. Trust me. It's annoying to hear guys say that. First of all, they're trying to like discount my attractiveness by saying you must be going out of your league because you're cute, but you're not that cute. First off, once again, this is the internet. You're comparing me to other internet people. In real life, this is a completely different situation. I'm not trying to say that I freaking turn heads, even though I do. And there are people who think that's arrogant. I'm definitely not ugly. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't like that I have confidence in myself, then I don't know. So when people say like, you must be shooting out of your league, I'm like, I don't know. I'm not out here trying to date male models. I'm out here trying to date regular ass men. But it's just like the disrespect, the way they're just trying to diss me and like shut me down by saying that. There's so many people here that say that they feel the same way, and I definitely feel for them. There's also a lot of
Yeah, brother Jack, bro, I wouldn't consider her delusional. I think she understands what she's looking for. Like she definitely has confidence. Like the Instagram chicks or the women you see on whatever podcast or on the Fresh and Fit After Hours, she ain't like them women at all. Not even close. Right? This is someone who you can hold a conversation with. I would love to, like, again, I would love to interview this woman. I would love to interview her. That just kind of, right? If I bumped into her in real life, I would definitely have a great conversation with her. Like, I would just, she's talking about a couple videos that she put out, and she's focusing on these comments. Like the videos that she put out were, like I said, very open. Like, bro, she put herself out there 100%. She was not looking for sympathy at all. She was owning up to her problems. Like she was taking accountability. Like, yeah, I screwed this up. I shouldn't have done that. What I should have done was this. She was keeping it 100. She wasn't blaming anyone. She wasn't pointing a finger. Right? She was just kind of like, yeah, this is where it is. She has said it a couple of times, like, maybe I should go after a different type of guy. But I think the biggest thing, her biggest hurdle is the financial thing. I don't think that she's out here. Like, she is certainly attractive enough to capture some NBA, Major League Baseball, or football guy in Atlanta. She's definitely cute enough to do that. All she has to do is wear certain outfits, and bro, she'll be able to come up. Rappers, whatever. She'll be able to come up on dudes with money if she wanted to. That's not what she's trying to do. Like, she's legit trying to find dudes. She's trying to have that Disney fairy tale, I think. That would be my take. I think she's trying to have that Disney fairy tale. And the fact is, there is no fairy tale. The truth in the matter is relationships take work, a lot of work. That's the truth. And a lot of people don't realize that until late. Like she says in some of her other videos, like she wants to have kids, but she understands. She said that and she's like, yeah, but I'm 33. It's gonna be hard. She's like, I think I want to have kids. Like, I don't think I'll be able to, carry those kids to term. So she's already thinking of alternative ways to have children. I think someone like this woman right here, like Sista Bri, man, if I knew her before she went to college, I would say, hey, your mission should be a dual purpose mission. Yeah, you're going to get this degree, but what you're really looking for is a good dude. So when you graduate, you get there at 18. So by the time you're ready to graduate at 22, right, you should be graduating and getting engaged at the same time. I think that's the plan. I think that is the dual strategy for anyone who goes to college. Come up on a guy. She's certainly cute enough. She's fun loving enough. Again, just basing all this on what we see on this video, we have no idea what she's like when the cameras go off. She's called herself a reformed narcissist. I don't know what that means. I definitely would have to get some, some examples of, well, what did you do? But no, I think that Sista Bri here is a good example of what's out there in today's dating market. And it's tough, y'all.
Of assholes in here. Honestly, I would say it's an even mix of really nice people, which thank you. And I see you and I feel you and it fucking sucks, I know. And fucking assholes, really. I feel like that's what this is, really. It's the nice people, the nice ones of us are out here dealing with assholes, okay? And it sucks. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying, like, I can't find anybody to date. You want to know the truth? Most people are undateable. I thought that was implied in my video.
Facts.
Apparently, I did not make that clear. Most men that I come across are undateable. They have some major flaw that is keeping me from being interested in them. Either they are a misogynist or they are, I don't want to be mean, that are not the best in terms of physical specimens. And I'm not talking about the face. I mean, the body. Men past the age of 30 do not keep up with their physical health or their physical fitness. And I am an active person and
All right, Bri. Why you being ageist, Bri? Why you coming after us old people? What we do to you? We ain't doing anything to you. Why you coming after us? I'm just playing. What she's realizing is, yeah, most Americans let themselves go, bro. Like 75% of this country, 70 to 75% of this country is either overweight or obese. That's insane. That's insane. Only 25% of the country is not overweight or obese. Think about that. Think about that. Like you said, she's active and da da da. There's some older dudes out there active. That's the thing now. She's 33, like she maybe 34. I don't know. I got to go back and look at her thing. But she's like 33, 34 years old. Baby, you're rapidly approaching being an old person. Rapidly approaching being old. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But she could come across some silver fox with game, and bro, he'll sweep her off her feet. Why? Because the financial part is what's most important to her. And I don't think she realizes that men don't reach their prime in the sexual marketplace until they hit their 30s. Most guys don't get there until they hit their 30s. So, as when, she was 22, 24 years old, she was in her prime in the sexual marketplace. Now she's past it, dealing with guys who are just hitting their prime. So there's that disconnect. And this is something that the feminists don't talk about. You know what I mean? They just don't talk about it. And like, here's the thing. I believe this woman can take criticism, but let's keep it 100. The comments that she was reacting to, those people were throwing knives, man. They were taking jabs, bro. That was 100% shade. It wasn't criticism per se. Some of it was, but I think a lot of that was just them. A lot of these dudes are just mad because they can't rock with her. They just can't rock with her. So because these dudes ain't out here doing the work, she ain't all that fine. Who she thinks she is? She ain't that fine. You trying to talk to dudes outside your league. Like, well, these dudes who are sending her these messages, they communicate with a woman that's outside of their league. Right. And it's all about, like, bro, who does this? I mean, if you're really about that, man, like, here's the thing. The guys who are out there getting it, they don't have time to watch these videos. I wouldn't be watching these videos if I wasn't doing a YouTube channel. I wouldn't even be in this world, bro. Like, I wouldn't be doing this. Why? I guess there's beautiful women out there just waiting to be met. It doesn't matter what city you in. If you got just a little bit of game, man, they gonna holler at you. Right? Sista Bri right here, holler at you if you got some game. She'll go out, kick it with you. You ain't gotta eat. She'll pay for half the bill. She's looking for friends. And you got to get into some of her videos when she was talking about that. So, yeah, the brother's like, yeah, what you heard was completely out of pocket. Facts. Right. Player 1258 in the building. What's good, man? We just in here talking about Sista Bri. We wrapping this up. You know what I mean? Miss AK. Hey, lady, she's like, well, they said she was dating Pookie and Ray Ray's. She said that just isn't true. She gave examples of who she dated and said those guys sound like her dad. She was correcting them. Yeah. I'm not throwing shade at her. I believe she can take criticism. If someone came with some real criticism, other than, maybe your hair should be black. All right, cool. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. The color of her hair looks good on her. I ain't gonna lie. I think it looks good on her. I wouldn't, she can rock that hair. I don't think that looks bad, especially the way she styles it and the way she wears it. I don't think that looks bad. Right? The most important thing, and she understands this, the most important thing is her weight. And she lost 20 pounds. She's like, I need to shave off 20 pounds. And she did it. And she looks good. Like, she got that weight off and she kept it off. I think that's the most important thing in the sexual marketplace. That's going to help her because she's older, but she has a nice body, right? She's more mature, so you can talk to her. A lot of these young girls, man, they just dumb. But you're dealing with guys who are just coming into their own. These dudes are just beginning to come into their prime, right? They're making the money now. They've done the work. They're looking good. They're feeling good. They come across her. They can have a conversation with her. But her thing is she would have to add so much value to get one of these dudes. Got some dude in his late 30s, early 40s. She would have to add tremendous value. And if he doesn't have any kids, he's looking to have kids, it's going to be a problem. She's already 33, 34. She would have to meet a guy and immediately start trying to have children, and it could be a problem. So he's looking at, well, do I mess with the 34-year-old or do I mess with the 24 to 26-year-old, 28-year-old? Which one is he going to go for? And then, they had a conversation about politics, and that might be the nail in the coffin. That might be the nail in the coffin. Brother Mandrill's in the building. What's good, fam? Yeah, they don't start making money until 40 at the earliest, man. Some make it a little earlier than that, but certainly I would say certainly in their 30s, mid 30s. I mean, I was in my mid 30s before I cracked six figures. And I mean, it just took a while. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be I can get with that, bro. 40s, definitely mid to late 30s. Definitely mid to late 30s. You know what I mean? This YouTube after 22 women's hit the wall. Yeah, man. That's a lot of dudes who are just hurt, bro. They're not doing the work. They just want to talk. I'm seeing a lot of that, a lot of weirdos out here, bro. A lot. Like a lot of these dudes, man. I talk to them, they're like, yeah, I can't get a woman to take me serious. Like, bro, because you acting like a clown, homie. I can't take you serious. Look at these messages. Like, how you got time to even send these messages, bro? If you got time to sit here and send out 100 messages to all these women, man, how come you ain't in the gym? How come you ain't working another job? You just, your priorities are messed up. She's 33, sis. She's 33 years old. She's 33. She doesn't have any kids. She has a degree in fine arts. I know all this because she says all this. I've just been watching 2 or 3 of her videos on YouTube. And she said she would love to have a family. She'd love to have kids. She was talking about it in one of her videos. And it's like, baby, you kind of waited a while. That might be a problem. You know what I mean? Old Joe is in the building. What's good, Old Joe? Good to see you. Scam is saying, how about the truth? She is prettier than 90% of the women's and can compete with the 25-year-olds. She can to an extent, bro. It is what it is. Again, if you had a choice between 33-year-old Sister Bri and 23-year-old Sister Bri, most men, especially the guys that we're talking about, most men would take the younger version. It is what it is. She does look good. Now, like I said, she has on makeup and maybe there's a filter on her computer. But like I said, you go to her Instagram and you can see her without makeup. She doesn't really she's out. When she goes out, man, she just puts on big shirts, big pants. These are the kind of women that we would love to just run up on a humble. I remember just you'd be out and about, maybe at the grocery store, walking around, you see some woman, you holler at her just to do it, right? Because that's one of the things I tell you guys out there, right? You should always be talking shit. Always go up to this woman, hey, how you doing? What's up? Just holler at her. You never know. Just to keep your game sharp. And I remember I talked to this girl, she had on some baggy sweats and a baggy sweatshirt, no makeup, had her hair pulled back. And I just started talking to her like, hey, whatever I said. I was just talking. She started talking. She saw me. She started talking. We went back and forth, blah, blah, blah. Got her number. This is well before social media. Got her number. I just got her number just to have it. Got her number. 2 weeks later, I stumbled across her number. I found a number. I'm like, oh, shit, that was little shorty. Let me call her. Call her up. She was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? She's like, wow, you took longer than 3 days. Like, and I was, because, people say don't call right away, wait 3 days or whatever, which I never did, but I never did that. But I was just like, I like, babe, I ain't gonna lie to you. I lost your number. But I remember our conversation. We're outside of Kroger's, right? She was like, yeah. I'm like, what you doing tomorrow? Right. And she was just like, oh, I don't have any plans. I'm like, let's go get breakfast. That was my big thing. I would take them to breakfast back then. It was the cheapest meal you can buy and it didn't fuck up your day. Right. So you go to breakfast. I'm like, hey, let's go. I took her to Bob Evans. Man, she put on a little bit of makeup, did her hair. Wow. I was like, whoa. I'm like, who was you? And that's what I said to her, like, damn, baby, who was you? You are not the woman I met in front of Kroger. She was like, yes, I am. I just didn't have no makeup on. I could barely tell she was wearing makeup. She just put on just a little bit, right? Fine. She was wearing, a nice little sundress. It fit her just right. I was like, yo, she was banging. I'm like, all righty then. So yeah, we had breakfast. And then we met up again for early dinner, and then we went out, and the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? The rest it is what it is. But the point being, her beauty was very subtle, right? Almost undercover, like Sister Bri here. You run up on a Sister Bri, it's like, damn, hit a lick. You won't even know it. And then you get and the girl that I was telling you about, real cool. We joked and stuff. We friends to this day. We stay cool. Like it was what it was. But but you're right though, man. She's gotten herself together, but the age component is a problem for the guys who have options, for the dudes who have options. For the rest of the dudes, the bottom 80, Even the top of the bottom 80, they would love to holler at her. The problem is, would she want to holler at them? Because remember, she has that financial component, which is that's a tough one. She wants guys to make money, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? Brother Jack's like, her attitude is the issue, in my opinion. I don't find it attractive. I don't find it attractive. Hair does look good. She's pretty girl, just with how she isn't the type to make exceptions. I don't have a problem with her, man. And she does look young. She does look young until you look at her Instagram. You see a picture of her with no makeup on, you be like, okay, I see it. Okay, I see it. Yeah, she's older. Right? You could tell. Without the makeup, you could tell. With a little bit of makeup, bam. She's like beautiful. And I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, 25, 27, 28 tops. Facts. Look like she's in her 20s. She looks good. But again, makeup and maybe a filter on this picture. But she's very attractive, and her body, like, you can't filter away fat. Like, she's not fat. She's very attractive. She's very sexy. It is what it is. A regular, pretty normal woman is too much for YouTube. They want to fight with the bimbos all day long. That's a fact. That is a fact. Brother AJ with the $1 super chat. Appreciate you, fam. Oh, let me get you a Don DeMarco for that, because we appreciate money over here. Don DeMarco. Appreciate you, brother AJ. Thank you. Or sister AJ, whoever you might be. I can't tell, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What else with you though? What's good? So the thing with social media and everything, yeah, they're gonna come for you. You put your stuff out there, they're gonna do whatever. But a lot of these guys, these bottom 80 dudes, got a lot to say. And the fact that they're sending these comments and they're saying what they're saying lets me know where they are. Like, bro, they got work to do. And instead of doing the work, they just want to sit there and try to slam on somebody. They're trying to dunk on somebody, right? They're trying to throw shade. To me, that's just bullshit, man. It's just bullshit, bro. Like, just get your game right, man, and go holler at who you want to holler at. That's how it should work. Her financial requirement, she just wants guys who are making pretty much what she wants. I mean, I think she's right at the typical hypergamy thing, what she's making or more. I think that's what she's looking at. Like, she didn't give a hard number. And again, hopefully she'll get back to me and we'll get her on this platform and actually have a proper interview. But I would, if I were to ask her, I think she would say, and again, I could be wrong. And if you're watching this, Sister Bri, please correct me either in the comments below or let's talk. And I'd love to bring you on the platform. But I would venture to say that she wants a guy that's going to be making at least what she makes. She's already made it clear that she doesn't want to be the breadwinner. She doesn't want to be making more. So just be making at least what she makes, if not more. And again, right now, she lost her. She was working with some company for 4 years and they let her go. So she kind of lost that. So right now, that I think that financial requirements it won't be too hard to breach. If the standard is make what I make or more, like, well, I don't, she's just making her YouTube money, but it's probably going up. She got her views spiked over the past 4 or 5 videos. We're talking hundreds of thousands of videos. Hundreds of thousands of views over like 4 or 5 videos. So that might start spiking up. But, she says she doesn't want to be the breadwinner. So whatever she's earning, I think that her partner, like she keeps to say, her significant other is going to have to make at least what she makes, if not more. Like I said, hopefully we get on the platform where we can ask her. Let's continue.
Do care about my physical appearance and I care about looking cute and looking nice, and men just be looking any type of way and they let themselves go. They're not healthy. They're not eating healthy. I feel like it's implied that I'm just supposed to overlook that. And I'm sorry, I can't. That still matters to me. Maybe if I was at that level, I'm a healthy weight for my height. I want my man to also be a healthy weight for his height. A lot of guys in here are assuming that I like some 6 foot tall alpha Chad. That is not the case. One of my most recent interests actually is exactly that. But he liked me first. I wasn't even looking at him. I didn't even notice him until he liked me first. That's not normal. I don't normally like guys that look like that. I like guys that are average build, average height. I'm okay with a short king. I regularly like guys that are under 5'9", but
babe, she says she's a good weight for her height. In one of her videos, she mentioned the lightest she's ever been was like 130 something. She said, I don't know where she is now, but maybe she's taller. maybe she's taller. She was like, yeah, I've been with guys who are under 5'9". Like Sister Bri, the average man in North America is 5'9". Like that's the average height, babe. That's the average height. Like, so it's like, I'm okay with it, dudes. Find out most dudes, if you pick up a rock and throw it in a crowded room, you're probably gonna hit a dude who's 5'9". I mean, it is what it is. But nah, she might be a little taller. I don't know how tall she is. And most of her pictures, she's sitting down or not standing in front of someone where you can gauge her height. I don't know how tall she is.
That doesn't seem to make a difference. A crush that I had started when I was in college. For 10 years, I held the torch for this man. Obviously, I dated other people and liked other people, but if he came around, I was always going to be like, okay, yes, what? Had to be 5'8", 5'9" at the tallest. Stop putting that on me and on other women. Maybe it is for other women, but it's not a huge thing for me. But that's what I'm saying. Like, stop making assumptions of what you think I like. You don't know. Let me tell you. Don't just assume. You don't know. I don't know if I want to do anymore. I feel like that's probably enough. I feel like some of those weren't that bad. Not as bad as some of the ones that I saw. Because I just... Safira, you okay? My dog just did a creepy exorcist whine. There's a lot of guys in the comments who are saying things like a cat lady in the making. I want to be like, I'm a cat lady right now, bitch. What you talking about? I had one of my cats pass away last year, but I did have 2 cats and a dog. Right now I have 1 cat and a dog. I'm looking for another cat right now. So what? Proud cat lady in the present. But ultimately, the thing that I feel like I did not get across in that video is I have not met a partner that meets my basic standards, who is available, who has returned my interest, period. That's what I was saying in that video. That's really it. I have very reasonable standards, but that's the video. I took a break for a long time because I didn't really know. It seems like I have some people here that want to know about loneliness and things like that. And I got some people who are here for more relationship type of commentary stuff. So I'm trying to figure out, how do I balance that? I could honestly sit here and talk about anything. I have a lot of opinions on everything and I really like talking things out, but that's as much as I am willing to look into this today. Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear them. Would you date any of these guys? What do you think about my standards? Do you think they're fair? I think they're fair, honestly. Anyway, I hope you have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. I want to give some positive energy for you at the end there. I've seen some people do that and I'm like, I love that. Definitely give me a like, subscribe, and ring the bell if you want to see more content from me. Give me a comment for the algorithm if you don't really have anything to say. That's a great way to support my channel. My channel has been growing. I've reached 10,000 subs. Ooh, ooh. Sorry, I'm really corny. Anyway, I appreciate all the support and you guys are super, super awesome. So thanks for watching and I will see you next time.
Fire. I get that to her. Shout out to Sister Bri. I give it to her. Fire. The thing is this, man, there's a lot of young women out there who think like Sister Bri. And I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. But you got to understand, right? You got to understand that men and women peak at different points in our lives. Women peak early, and I'm talking about the sexual marketplace only. Women peak early. It takes men time to become the guy that most women want. It takes time to get those traits. You got to put the work in. The financial part of that is really big. Even with Sister Bri, like what she was saying, like she I don't have a whole lot of crazy standards. It's the financial standard I think is gonna the biggest thing that's gonna mess her up. And as she gets older, I think that financial standard will begin to fall off. There's always going to be dudes that, and no, doesn't matter what age you are. If the woman is in shape, if she looks good, there's always going to be a guy that wants to holler at her. And then when you get real old, dudes don't even care about that anymore. They just want companionship. And then women come around to a realization like, man, I better give me somebody instead of, having all these animals. So, I love her, that bitch. She's like, I'm a cat lady now, bitch. Yo, Bri, you could be a comedian. We could get you on stage. You could be a stand-up comic, Bri. You got the chops, girl. I'm telling you, you got the right mindset. You got the right flow. It's just a matter of getting the right material. Even Sister AK, Miss AKA lady, she loves her personality. Yeah, she will be a great catch for the right guy. Why do guys not like her again? This is my first time seeing her. She seems cool. I'm confused. She was talking about the guys that she likes. She's like, she can't get the guys that she wants. Not the guys don't like her. There's plenty of men that want to be with her. And I dropped her link in the chat if you guys want to go over there and give her a subscribe and some likes. Check out her videos. She has some good videos over there. She's doing good work. And Brother Jack, something about his inner Myron coming out. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. I tell younger women to focus on finding themselves a good man and place their bet when they're young. Go ahead and place your bet when you're young. But so many women today, especially now with social media, Instagram, and all that stuff, they're looking at a lifestyle that most people will never have, and they want it. They want to be in the exotic car. They want to go to the 5-star, restaurant. They want to go on the yacht. They want to take the trip to Bora Bora. They want that. They want to go to the Michelin restaurant. They want that. They can't afford it. Like most people in the world can't afford those things. People. I mean, I took a woman that I was pursuing heavy, and I did everything wrong, guys. I ain't gonna lie. I did everything wrong. I really wanted to be with this woman, and I did everything wrong. And the reason for that, there's many reasons for why I did what I did. I wasn't in the right headspace. I tell you guys all the time, if your head ain't right, don't go outside. Don't try to deal with nobody if your head ain't right. Your game is gonna be fucked up. Right. I was just coming from California, dealing with what I was dealing with out there. It was a lot of shit I was going through out there. My head wasn't right. So I'm messing with this woman. And I took her to Miami. And I took her on my birthday. I took her to Mr. Childs. So I normally go to Mr. Childs on my birthday. It was my birthday week or whatever. And she asked to see the bill, and she was blown away by how much dinner cost. Right. She was just like, wow. Like it was the first time I think in her life that she realized there was levels to this shit. And she made good money. She did good things. She was a homeowner. But I screwed that up. And that's part of the game. Like, you need to know when to take yourself out the game and sit down and get your head right. My head wasn't right. I didn't smash. I lost, I didn't lose, but I wasted a bunch of money pursuing her. 100% simpleton. 100% simpleton. Right. And I knew better. This is why your head got to be right, bro. You'll go out there and do everything wrong. And then when you come to your senses, you're like, oh shit, what the hell was wrong with me? So, when I talk about this stuff, bro, I know what I'm talking about. I've been every dude. I've been that dude in the bottom 80, right? I've been that dude, the invisible guy. I've been that dude who got shitty game. I've been that guy with no confidence. I've been all that. I came out of it when I was in high school, hit the military. Bro, I got my world rocked a couple ways the same weekend. Right. But then, I got an older woman who really put me on game. And then I, got out of the military, got back home. Now I'm talking to my dudes, and it's like, we just figured it out at that point. Like, all right, cool. We didn't have all this. Right. We didn't have all this. So now maneuvering out here in this dating world, when women are looking on their phones and they're looking at who has this and who has that and what experiences they want, man, it's insane what's going on out here. So I'm not mad at young women for having these expectations, but at the same time, they're going to have to realize pretty quick that this can mess them up long term. Place your bet on your guy. Find the guy that's focused and is going to go the distance, and go ahead and put your bet down on him. I don't know why y'all don't do this, ladies, because if you choose poorly, you can always get divorced. Right? Y'all playing with a net. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I don't get it. Appreciate you, Brother Jack. Yeah, get in there and study, man. Remember, November or type every time you key the mic, man. November or type, right? Or the call sign. You be ExecJet 246 or, Falcon 22653, or American 341. But remember, every time you key the mic, November, not just 343, November 343. Every time you key the mic, they'll dock points. Cody's Kings in the building. What's good, fam? Yeah, she did. She got fat when she was in a relationship and she lost the weight. She lost the weight, bro. I'm telling you, Cody. Like, it's a couple of her videos when she stood up for whatever reason to look out windows. I don't even know if it was planned. It could have been, but just so you can see her body, oof, her body's there, man. She's for 33. She's really body wise, man. She's fine. She is fine. Yeah, definitely check her out. She is definitely fine. So that's it. We're at 2 hours and we're at the end of this, y'all. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. So what'd you say, Cody? She was lying anyway. She would date Tyrone or Chad at McDonald's. And she has. She has, bro. Like I said, I'll give it to this woman when Sister Bri says what she was saying, bro. I don't think she was lying because she was painting herself in a very, very dark light. And she just keeping it 100. She was talking about college. She was like, yeah, don't go to school for fine arts, liberal arts. Like, don't go on $30,000 in debt to go to college. It's not worth it. And she was talking about the people that she worked with in the corporate world. She was like, I was one of the few people that had a degree. And she still got fired. Right. So, she was keeping it 100, bro. I got to give it to her. So, I'm definitely going to wrap this up. Tomorrow, we're going to talk, can men and women be friends? We're definitely going to talk about that tomorrow. And we'll even have another clip from Sister Bri's platform, but we're going to have some Michael Certain stuff and Whole Math. Whole Math has a really good video out there about this topic. And yeah, I look forward to that. So it's going to be cool. Thanks for rocking out with me, guys. I appreciate y'all. I am about to go. Let me find the banner. All right, cool. Y'all know I'm old, man. I be trying to keep up. And Sister Bri done already talk shit about us old people. She said when dudes are over 30, they let themselves go. And so I guess I got one foot in the grave, according to Sister Bri. If I do get an opportunity to interview her on this platform, y'all know I'm gonna give her a bunch of shit because she was, ageist. She's being ageist. If I'm a toxic masculine dude, then she's an ageist feminist, making fun of us old people. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming out. I'm DL Saint. This is I Really Want to Know podcast. Wait a minute. Cody just said something. Hey, she probably not wrong. Oh, see, damn, Cody. All right. This is I Really Want to Know podcast. I'm DL Saint. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.